EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martrich with your outlook for the weekend, December 22nd and 23rd, 2018. And we have mostly cloudy skies across the region today, at least to start, and then we're going to have some breaks of sun here in the afternoon. And still tight pressure gradient across the region, which means we're going to have breezy conditions. I don't think the wind is going to be too bad, and I think we're looking more like gusts in the 20 to 30 range. It could have some higher elevations especially. You could see some higher gusts than that, but looks like for the most part we're looking at 20 to 30 mile per hour winds this morning. Might go into early afternoon, then we're going to slowly diminish as this area of low pressure moves away. This is the system that brought us rain yesterday, and then actually, this is the one that brought rain is up further northeast than that. This one here is that trailing low that came in afterwards. But either way, pressure gradient difference between high pressure that's over the Tennessee Valley and this low pressure that is now over New England is going to create that those tight isobars and give you that channeling wind effect in between. Again, here's what the winds are looking like. This is off one of the global models here, and this is generally across the region 20. The blues are the 20, the greens are the 30. Once you get up into the higher elevations, especially across the southern Poconos up here and then far west of our coverage area in these higher elevations, you're going to see some opportunity for winds to go over 30, but I don't think it goes too far over 30. It might be in the 30 to 40 range there. But elsewhere, 20 to 30, that's a pretty safe bet today. But then as we get through the course of the afternoon, this is looking at the morning, as you get through the course of the afternoon, you see it starting to die off. Okay, so you're starting to get more 20s here as opposed to the 30s, and it will start to slacken off as we get into the late evening and overnight. You can see that here, it just kind of goes away at that point. Diminishes overnight. So that is it for the wind and the rain, and that's out of here. Next system coming in is going to be on Sunday night. We are going to be, again, mostly cloudy to start today. We'll call it, partly to mostly cloudy this afternoon. A little bit more sunny breaks as we get into the later in the day you go. And then overnight we're partly cloudy, and then we are mostly sunny on Sunday, at least to start. Then clouds are going to increase again later in the day. And you get this little weak wave. We've talked about this for a couple days. It's an insignificant event, if you want to call it an event. I don't even want to call it that. Just a little weak wave that will move through here during the evening and parts of the overnight on Sunday and give some areas, at least north of I-78 it looks like, maybe even along I-78, but along and north of I-78 you could get some minor whitenings of the ground, coating to an inch maybe. Is what we're looking at from this. Not a lot of precipitation with this. Is a quick mover in and out. Further south, like maybe along I-78, might see some rain mixed with snow type thing. No accumulations or very little. And then south of there is just maybe a few showers. The showers that we're talking about here are probably like 1/10 of an inch or less, so it's not a big deal. Quick mover in and out, and that is out before Monday morning. So Monday morning is going to be clouds giving way to sun. And then that is, of course, Christmas Eve. So we don't have a white Christmas here. This is coming Christmas Eve, Sunday night. I guess technically you can say it if it's falling after midnight on Christmas Eve. It is technically coming in then. But either way, it's not the white Christmas that most of us are thinking about, where you have plenty of snow on the ground. We're not going to have that this year. And going forward from that, here is Christmas Day, another mostly sunny day. And no worries of precipitation. Another weak wave is going to come through overnight. This has been trending weaker and weaker on the guidance. Just a few flurries or maybe a quick snow shower with this as it moves in Christmas night. And this is going to, again, go overnight into early Sunday morning. Not a big deal. Or into early Wednesday morning, I'm sorry. So Wednesday's going to be another day that's going to be clouds giving way to sun. Temperatures are going to be kind of hanging around average during that whole period, either side of 40 degrees. Not a real big deal as far as the cold's concerned. Once we get further in time and we get to the end of the week, we're going to have another system coming in from the west, and it's going to give us an increase in clouds here on Thursday. Uncertain the exact timing when this gets in. Here's a little bit of a timing difference between the GFS, which is a little bit faster, and brings rain as early as late afternoon or evening on Thursday, with just an increase in clouds prior to that. And then it goes in overnight into Friday. European model here is actually showing it hold off until well after midnight for this precipitation to come in, and then the rain goes through during the day on Friday, but it does move through and move out of the region by the time we get to the next weekend. So we'll have a system coming at the end of the week. Right now, it doesn't look like it's going to be a big system. Just some rain involved with that. It is not going to be frozen, but it does look like it is going to be not only just primarily rain or all rain, but it just looks like lighter amounts. You can see that's the heaviest area moving across the region. It's moving fairly quickly, so it doesn't look like a real big deal at this point in time, but we will keep an eye on it, and we'll get back to you on that early next week. I will have a video on Christmas Eve. I'm going to record on Sunday night. We're not going to have one on Christmas Day, so we're going to skip next Tuesday's video and go right from Monday to Wednesday. So that's a programming note I just want to get out there in advance. We will have the Weather Weeklies video on Sunday, and again, Sunday night for Monday, we will have that daily forecast video at that time. I'm EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martrich. That is your outlook for the weekend, December 22nd and 23rd, 2018. Have a great Saturday and Sunday.